second class. If you look at these two that I've written, if I erase the top of my 2, look at it, this is my 2. If I erase the top of my 2, what is left? L. So my load is at the middle for second class. My load is at the middle for 2. If I erase the top, I have L for load. For the first class, F for fulcrum. Fulcrum is at the middle. For second class, L for load at the middle. Wow. Good afternoon to you. I welcome you to today's class. So what are we talking about today? Let's talk about simple machine. You know, a machine is a device that helps to make work easier to do. Right? Helps to save time, to save energy, save yourself of stress. And there are different types of simple machine, okay? So, but today's class will be trying to simplify how you can easily remember the lever, okay? So, simple machine, but we'll be talking about lever. Now, for you to call a machine a lever, there are 3 major components that must be in that machine. Alright, when you have these 3 components, then you can call it a lever, or it's an example of a lever. And what are those 3 components? Number 1, you have the load, you have the effort, and you have the fulcrum or the pivot. Okay, so I said there are 3 components of a lever. Number 1, you have the load, the effort, then you have the fulcrum or the pivot. That's the first thing to note. The effort is that force that you put in to get the work done. Okay, so if you want to carry a bag of cement, the bag of cement is the load, while the strength you are putting in to carry that bag is your effort. Alright, so but to get that, for you to carry a bag of cement, which is 50 kilograms, alright, and make it easier for you, you can make use of a machine. An example of a machine you can use is a wheelbarrow. If you make use of a wheelbarrow, it will be easier for you. You can move a bag of cement from one spot to another without stressing yourself with the aid of that wheelbarrow. So there are 3 classes of this lever. We're going to look at the 3 classes, and then I'm going to show you a simple trick, alright, that you can easily use to remember. You know, quite a lot of students, they find it difficult to remember which one is the first class, which example will fall into the first class, which one is the second class lever, which is the third class lever. I'm going to simplify all of that. I want you to watch this video till the end of the video. And please, if you are just coming across a channel today and you've not subscribed, please do well to subscribe right now. And after subscription, remember to hit the notification bell so that anytime we post a new video, you can get the information and then you can be the first to learn from those materials. Thank you very much. So let's continue with the class. So I said earlier that there are 3 classes of the lever. We have the 3 classes of lever. We have the first class lever. Now what is that unique thing about this first class lever? Here, the fulcrum is between the load and the effort. So for the first class lever, the fulcrum is between the load and the effort. So let me give you an example. An example is your plier. Your plier. If you look at your plier, you hold it at one end, then the mouth of the plier will hold the material, right? And then you have the fulcrum at the middle, that point that holds the midpoint of the plier, right? That is the fulcrum. So you have the fulcrum in between your effort and the load. What you are grabbing with the plier is the load. So example is your plier. Example is your scissors, your pair of scissors. If you look at your scissors also, just like the plier, the scissors, you put your hand at one hand, all right? The fulcrum is at the middle, and then the mouth of the plier, of the scissors, the mouth of the scissors cuts through your fabric, all right? And that fabric is the load. So that is first class lever. So let's look at the second class lever. Second class lever. For this second class lever, the load is between the effort and the fulcrum. I see the load is in between. Example is your wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow, if you look at the wheelbarrow, you want to carry a bag of cement, you have the handle of the wheelbarrow where you hold, okay, that is your effort. Then you have the bag of cement in the middle, and then you have the tire underneath the wheelbarrow. That is between, between that tire and the effort, you have the load. So the load is in between, and that is the second class lever. So you have the wheelbarrow. And then let's talk about the third class lever. Okay, before I continue, let's look at another example of this second class. What about your nut cracker? If you look at your nut cracker, you see that you hold it at a point, then you have the nut at the middle, and then you have the fulcrum at the end. So your nut cracker, you want to crush it. Your nut cracker is an example of a second class lever. Now for the third class lever, third class. At this point, the effort is between the load and the fulcrum. So for a third class lever, the effort is in between the load and the fulcrum. Let me give you an example. If you look at your shovel or a spade, e.g. a spade, your spade, a shovel. Alright, so if I take a spade and I want to use it to pack sand, I use maybe my right hand to hold the top of the shovel, and then I use the second hand to grab the midpoint of that shovel, and then I try to scoop the sand. The end of the spade packs the sand. The sand, that is the load. Alright, that is the load. Then I need to put the effort to pull it up. Once I scoop, I pull it up. So my left hand, with which I draw it up, that is the effort. While the right hand, with which I grip the edge of the spade, that is the fulcrum, because I will press it down. Alright, it goes up and down. So when I press it down, I'll be able to pack it. So your spade or your shovel is an example of your third class lever. Now, if you have watched up to this point, I'm now going to show you the simple trick you can use to easily remember these three, all right? So that when you get into the exam, you will not have issues mixing them together. I have also been in that situation when I get confused which one is meant to be for second and third class, which one is the example. So come with me. So for the first class, you remember the fulcrum is at the middle. So first class, fulcrum, can you see F, F, F? So for your first class, it is the fulcrum, F, F. That is the tip, that is the key, all right? First class is the fulcrum. For your second class, all right? Second class, or you can write it in number, right? 2, like this. Second class. If you look at these 2 that I've written, if I erase the top of my 2, look at it, this is my 2. If I erase the top of my 2, what is left? L. So my load is at the middle for second class. My load is at the middle for 2. If I erase the top, I have L for load. For the first class, F for fulcrum. Fulcrum is at the middle. For second class, L for load at the middle. While for the third class, my third class, so let us write number 3. Okay, can you see this number 3? If I tilt it or I turn it to the other side, or I turn my 3 to the other side, it becomes E. All right, it becomes E, and that is. And so when you have E, that suggests to you that the effort is at the middle. So you have the effort. So can you see when you tilt your 3 to the other side, it becomes E, and that is the effort. So for your third class lever, you have the effort at the middle. Can you see it's very simple? So the first class, you have the F for fulcrum, the first class. The second class, just convert your 2, remove the top, it gives you the load. And for the third class, your 3, tilt it to the other direction, it gives you E, and that is the effort. Right? So I want to believe you learned something. So just go to the comment section and give a thumbs up if you got value from the class. Thank you very much. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and remember to share this video with your friends. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.